Matt, it's Naima. I just wanted to do a quick walkthrough of the workshop Canvas course that I've created just to kind of help you out to make you comfortable. But I miss seeing you on campus and I hope you and your family are doing well. I noticed in your email there was an AIA designation after your name, so I think that there is it's time for some congratulations. Are congratulations due? Let me know. I'm excited for you. You'll have to let me know how everything went. So here in the home page, the syllabus that you're probably looking for the first night of class was this one right here. And I'm sorry, it prints off so ugly when I send the PDF, but within Canvas, it actually looks pretty good. Like you can see, it looks pretty normal. The other syllabus that I think will be really helpful to you will be this link right here. So these are the kind of semester assignments that are coming up. And since this is my first time teaching this online and as a hybrid, I'm actually remaking all of them. So I have everything from Project 1 set up, and that goes till the end of September. And I think it's even easier to see it in the modules. So I'm having my class primarily work here in the modules, where it goes from like the first step all the way until the end. And I think I'm going to keep this pattern with all of the projects. So for this one, there's a few extra steps. So I give them an overview, and that will be normal. So for the next project, I'll also make an overview page. A material prep, I'll also do that. So I give them points just for sending me a picture of their actual materials that they need to get. And then this is their sketchbook assignment where they have to do all of the definitions. And I've given them kind of an InDesign intro so that they can send this to me on InDesign. I'll show you what that looks like as well. And I have essentially 5 parts, including the final. And so here's part 1, part 2, part 3 is the mid, part 4, and then the final. And you'll notice that I have discussions in between some of these. And what those discussions are they're kind of like a midweek review, like show me the models that you've been working on. So if that's enough, you can zone out now, but what I'll do really quickly is kind of go through each one of these slightly in more depth, just so you have an idea of what you're getting into. And I think that'll help you explain it to your students. So I'm still using the same graphic and the overview, and I have a YouTube link that kind of goes through the overview as well. And in fact, what I'm probably about to do is really similar to what's already in here, but I think it'll be helpful for your students. And then if you go to the next part, the next 2 clicks will be, the material prep that we talked about. So just a picture of all of the materials that they need. I have the rubric built in here. And then the next one will have to do with the definitions. So I've got this one in here as well. And this is a discussion. So in this discussion, I show them how to download Creative Cloud. I've given them an InDesign template to use and a tutorial on how to actually import their work into the template. And part of that video is me showing them how to actually upload it and embed it so that people can actually see their assignment once it's on there. So a lot to do just in this first week. And then we finally get into, part 1, where they just embed their first 3 models. And then I just show them, take your 3 models, embed them as essentially 1 comment with 2 separate comments showing the others. And then after that, we go on to part 1 is explained more here. And this is the first time I use the diagram. And again, I do have the video showing them how it works. So 1, 2, 3, those are the models that they'll be using. And then here is the criteria. Now, I hope I have all of the modules updated. I might not. If I don't, I'll let you know. Sorry, not the modules, the rubrics. And then in the second part, this is just the discussion, so discussion models. So here's a discussion, and they'll have to embed it again. And I just repeat the same stuff so they know that it's always the same things that we're working with. And then after the discussion, this is kind of like their first thing that's due. So models, they'll have 8 because they're going to have these 4 plus the 4 in the discussion. I'm just asking for rough drafts of these 4 models that they've built here. And then I tell them what I want for their reflection in their sketchbook and then also with their portfolio. Now with this one here, I'm going to do another tutorial and I'll share that with you as well, showing how to actually take all of their sketches and scans, whatever they do, and start putting it into InDesign. The last time I taught this class, I felt like me and the class were really overwhelmed at the very end trying to put together the portfolio. So this semester, I've planned on doing it earlier in the semester so we can keep editing and getting to know Photoshop and InDesign. Again, I'm really happy to help with all of that. The mid-review, this is a formal presentation, and right now, I haven't decided if we're going to actually meet on campus for this or formally do it on WebEx. Everything else up until this point we've done online through assignments and discussions. I'm just not quite sure how things are going to work out. We'll see how it goes. My husband has asthma and is immunocompromised, so we've got to just be a little bit more careful. And then we finish it off with, one more step after the model progression. That puts us right here. And then we also have, the formal turn in. So the previous one was the discussion, and then finally we have the final one. And then the same thing goes with this. I don't know if we're going to do it on WebEx where they're required to log in or and present, or do it in person. So that's where I am. I'd love for you to kind of join us on our schedule so that if we wanted to have like cross discussions or cross critiques, I think that could be really fun and beneficial. And then as we are working through here, I just wanted to let you know as I build project 2, as soon as it's done, I'll let you know and we can contact Canvas and just have them pull in the P2 module. So everything else will stay the same, but you'll have P2, and then I'll eventually get you P3 as well. So sorry for the long explanation, but I hope that helps. There's probably one other assignment, and that was I did a Creative Cloud Suite download, and I did like a little introduction with everybody too. It's a little bit cheesy, but that's just how I roll. So I did like a welcome and intro discussion just to kind of see where everybody was, who they are. So I'm sure you did that in class, so you could probably delete this one. But again, great to hear from you. I hope everything's going well. Just drop me a line and keep me posted. Thanks, Matt.